Here's a summary of the Ukraine war. Background before the invasion. 2014, Russia annexed Crimea after Ukraine's pro-Russian president was ousted during the Euromaidan protests. Soon after, Russia-backed separatists seized parts of Donetsk and Luhansk in eastern Ukraine, sparking a low-level war that lasted for years. 2014 to 2021. The conflict remained largely frozen, with frequent skirmishes and over 13,000 deaths. The Minsk agreements, peace deals, were signed but never fully implemented. February 24, 2022. Full-scale invasion. Russia launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine from the north, via Belarus, east and south. Cities across Ukraine were bombed, including Kiev, Kharkiv, Mariupol, and Odessa. Russian President Vladimir Putin claimed the goal was to denazify and demilitarize Ukraine, falsely accusing its government of being run by Nazis. Ukraine fights back. Ukraine, under President Volodymyr Zelensky, mounted a fierce resistance, rallying public support and leveraging massive Western aid. Zelensky rejected offers to flee Kiev, saying, "I need ammunition, not a ride." By April 2022, Russia withdrew from Kiev after failing to capture it. Atrocities and global shock. Evidence of war crimes emerged in places like Bucha, where civilians were found executed in the streets. Russia laid siege to Mariupol, ultimately capturing it after destroying much of the city. Millions of Ukrainians fled as refugees, one of the largest displacement crises since World War II. Shifting battlefronts. Summer through fall of 2022, Ukraine launched counteroffensives in the Kharkiv and Kherson regions, claiming significant territory. In late 2022, Russia withdrew from Kherson, the only regional capital it had captured, signaling a major Ukrainian win. Weapons and cyber warfare. The US, EU, and others sent billions in military aid, including HIMARS, Patriot missiles, Leopard tanks, and drones. Russia used Iranian drones to target civilian infrastructure, especially power grids, leaving many Ukrainians without electricity in winter. Cyber attacks and propaganda flooded both countries. 2023 through 2024, stalemate and attrition. Ukraine launched a summer counteroffensive in 2023, but progress has slowed due to entrenched Russian defenses and lack of air superiority. Casualties on both sides soared, with tens of thousands of soldiers and civilians dead. Russia held sham referendums in occupied areas, illegally declaring them Russian territory. Global reactions. Western countries placed unprecedented sanctions on Russia, freezing assets, cutting off banks, and halting energy purchases. NATO was reinvigorated. Finland and Sweden applied for membership. Some countries like China and India stayed neutral, while others like Iran and North Korea supported Russia more openly. 2024 through 2025, nuclear threats and escalation. Putin issued repeated nuclear threats, but no tactical nukes were used. Russia increased attacks on civilian targets, including dam breaches and grain ports, worsening global food insecurity. A drone war escalated, with Kiev and Moscow both targeted in attacks. As of 2025, no end in sight. The war remains in a bloody stalemate. Peace talks have occurred sporadically, but neither side is willing to concede core demands. Ukraine wants all territory back, and Russia refuses to surrender occupied areas. Ukraine has made gains near Avdiivka and Robotyne, but Russia holds most of Donbass and a land corridor into Crimea. Summary: over 500,000 dead or wounded. Europe's largest land war since World War II. Massive global economic impact, energy, food, inflation. Ukraine has become a symbol of resistance, and Putin has made Russia increasingly isolated.